Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Welcome to E-commerce Conversations, a weekly podcast focusing on e-commerce topics featuring interviews with prominent people in the e-commerce space.
Welcome to E-commerce Conversations by Practical E-commerce. My name is Kerry Murdock. Alibaba is a huge force in global business-to-business e-commerce. The company is based in China, and it links millions of wholesale suppliers with businesses that resell those products. The company has allocated $100 million to invest in U.S. e-commerce-related businesses, and today it announced the first such investment in acquiring Vendio, the U.S.-based e-commerce platform. Joining us to discuss that acquisition, Alibaba generally, and the future of e-commerce is David Wei, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director of Alibaba. Well, Mr. Wei, thank you for your time today.
My pleasure to attend.
Mr. Wei, Alibaba, the company that you're the CEO of, Alibaba has just purchased Vendio, a U.S.-based e-commerce platform. Our listeners are smaller e-commerce merchants, and my first question for you today is, tell us about Alibaba. What do you do? When were you founded? Where are you located?
Well, Alibaba was founded by Jack Ma, an English teacher, in 1999. And actually, Jack got Alibaba name in the city of San Francisco, so we have a pretty strong connection with San Francisco, and we had our U.S. office in Santa Clara. Even during the internet bubble, we closed many offices in the world, but we never closed our office in California. The business has been designed to help small businesses like your audience, and we built the largest business-to-business wholesale online marketplace since 1999. We have the largest supply base in China and in Asia and probably in the world to make traders, online retailers, offline traditional papa mama shops even, hotel owners, all these kind of small business to make their life easier, make their work easier, to make efficiency in their sourcing and to help them improve their margin. And the company is 40% invested by Yahoo, 30% invested by SoftBank, and the management, we own the rest of the shares. We were a small business ourselves in 1999 with only $50,000 capital to start with, 18 people working with Jack. Now we have 18,000 people working globally, and Alibaba.com became a public company since 2007, and its market cap is over $13 billion today. While we also run the largest online retailer known as Taobao.com as a sister company with 200 million accounts, $35 billion GMV last year. We also run a company known as Alipay, which is the largest payment company in Asia, which has 330 million accounts, the largest account number in terms of payment company in the world. The new platform we launched, known as AliExpress.com, we launched in April, is to fit even smaller wholesalers. Again, like your audience, this is a more transactional platform. People can buy wholesale, small quantity finished product, consumer products, to complete their e-commerce supply chain. In other words, we find most of our traders, buyers, buying online and selling offline, and about 80% of U.S. online merchants actually sell online, but they source offline. So very few people enjoy a full online wholesale and online retail experience. That's why we are buying Vendio to make the first model in the world a complete online business-to-business to consumer model.
How many suppliers work with Alibaba?
Well, globally, we have 1.3 million supplies suitable for export. And domestically in China, we have another 6 million supplies. Among those supplies, the most important thing is to remember a golden supply, which are verified supply. We have over 100,000 verified golden supplies in China and about 20,000 outside China, mainly in countries like India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam.
In AliExpress, what you just described, that is smaller quantities, if we understand that correctly. It's similar to Alibaba, the larger site, but it's smaller quantities. So could our listeners go to AliExpress and Alibaba to source their products, or would it principally be AliExpress that smaller e-commerce merchants would work with?
I think both suits your audience. If they want to have some finished products delivered within 24 hours, AliExpress.com sounds better for them. But if we want some tailor-made designed products, say one container if they want to buy, then Alibaba.com is better. And AliExpress.com, today we have over 6 million product listings or 6 million SKUs from 40,000 verified supplies.
Are they China-based suppliers?
Mainly from China.
Okay. You mentioned Vendio. Your company has purchased Vendio. You described Vendio to us. Tell us, if you could elaborate once more, why did Alibaba purchase Vendio?
Well, Vendio supports over 80,000 small and medium online retailers in the States. And the U.S. from day one has become a very important market to Alibaba.com. So that 80,000 retailers are generating over $2 billion worth of GMV every year. But most of them, they have a sourcing issue to be solved, and we believe there will be great synergy for us to provide unique and exclusive offers to Vendio supported merchants. And then Vendio merchants can continue to offer the value back to the U.S. Consumers. So it's a win-win-win. So U.S. consumer win, U.S. merchants supported by Vendio win, and of course, our factories based in Asia will have a direct access to the U.S. market.
Why Vendio, sir? Why not another platform?
Well, Vendio is one of the very few people offer a multi-channel solution for retailers, which we believe is the future for small online retailers, not relying on just one platform, but diversify their channels to many areas as many as possible. And of course, we like Vendio's management team, which has been there since day one, and they almost have a similar length of history like Alibaba.com. Their technology also impressed us a lot. I think Vendio is the right size to kick off our investment, $100 million investment for AliExpress.com.
Of the $100 million, how much of that went to Vendio?
Well, we don't disclose the financial terms, but what I can say is the Vendio investment is a proportion of the $100 million budget I have. I haven't overspent yet.
What other types of businesses would interest Alibaba as you expand with that $100 million investment? And specifically, we keep thinking about Yahoo Small Business. Does that platform interest Alibaba?
Merchant Solutions under YSB also provide very similar business, but as we say, we like multi-channel better than single-channel solution. And also we want to have a more flexible technology we can easily integrate. Of course, we open to more partners, including YSB.
Changing directions on you, sir, just for a sec. Many observers say that the market in the U.S., the market for e-commerce vendors, such as shopping cart providers, email service providers, that sort of thing, is very fractured. In fact, here at our our magazine, we count 594 English language shopping carts last fall when we did that. What's the future of that market for e-commerce vendors?
Well, at first I think the online retail business in the States is just taking off with double-digit growth year on year, even during the financial crisis, and taking market share from offline retail. So I think there would be plenty of room for different vendors to grow, including very unique verticals. I think if there is a differentiated value proposition for each vendor, there should be enough room for them to boom in the U.S. online e-commerce community.
Another area of tremendous growth is social media, of course. Facebook, Twitter, other social sites, as you well know, have huge audiences. What's your view on the future of those sites as it relates to the e-commerce business?
Well, I don't think that will be a very easy job for those social community sites to convert into e-commerce. It's not that easy because people's social relationship sometimes are a little bit far away from the commercial relationship. It's good for word of mouth to recommend something to your friends, but it cannot be too commercial, otherwise it will dilute the social nature of these communities.
So you think the growth will wane? The growth for Facebook, the growth with Twitter will peak and wane?
Well, I think they will remain very strong positions as a social media community, but I would doubt if they can be converted into a commercial community, which means if you put too much ads in those social community, then people will probably change their minds whether they should continue to stick to those social relationship.
I don't want to put words in your mouth here, but is it fair to say you would be skeptical on the opportunities for e-commerce merchants to use social media sites to sell product?
I would say some categories like collectibles or souvenirs for a certain group of fans, they may exchange their hobbies or ideas. But social media can hardly suit all category of products. There will be very selective categories which may work in the social community without diluting the nature of the social community.
Sir, our audience, of course, is, just to repeat myself, our audience is smaller e-commerce merchants. What advice do you have for them? You're a leading entrepreneur of a worldwide e-commerce company. You're speaking to smaller merchants, mom-and-pop companies, mid-sized companies that are listening to this, that will be listening to this. What advice do you have for them?
Well, number one, we believe sales actually competes from sourcing, not from how great sales skills or marketing skills you have. Everything starting from sourcing. Number two, small business should try as many as channels if they can afford, and online choices definitely will be very much affordable if they want to have more channels. Don't put all eggs in one basket. Number three, safety and secured trading environment is very important. Try to use escrow service as much as possible rather than just credit cards, direct payment, because the working capital for small business is very small. Most businesses suck because of their first payment never comes back for any reasonable products or return. So these are the three tips I will share with your audience.
Sourcing, focus on sourcing, tip number one. Tip number two, multi-channel sales. Tip number three, safety, security, and the preservation of cash through escrow.
Exactly.
Got it. Tell us once more how our audience can work with Alibaba and AliExpress.com.
To work with Alibaba.com and AliExpress.com, we'll deliver tip number one to have a variety of sourcing opportunities to reduce the cost, improve the margin, and differentiate with other online competitors.
Well, we have just another minute or so left. Anything else on your mind for them today, sir, in regards to the Vendio acquisition or anything else?
I think our new partner Vendio knows U.S. B2C market very well. I recommend your audience to think about Vendio as their supporting partner. And the good news is Vendio offer everything free for any starters, so there is no sign-up cost, which is again offer a low entry barrier for online retailers, in particular very small retailers. And then we will be there to help them thinking about sourcing, and also we do provide escrow service to ensure their money is in the safe. And our mission for Alibaba.com from day one is to make life and work easier for small business, no matter the small business located in India or Indiana. So it's our job to be here to help small business, to help small entrepreneurs. Because 10 years ago, we are typically a small business and entrepreneur ourselves.
For purposes of our audience, we have been visiting with David Wei. Mr. Wei is the Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director of Alibaba.com, the leading global sourcing business-to-business portal based in China. That company has recently launched a site for smaller businesses, smaller quantities. It's called AliExpress.com. And today they have announced that they have purchased a U.S.-based e-commerce platform, Vendio. That's at Vendio.com. V as in Victor, E-N, D as in David, I-O, Vendio.com. And David Wei, the Chief Executive Officer of Alibaba, we want to thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for this week's e-commerce conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next week for another new episode.